And welcome, and once again, to a continuing playthrough of I, Napoleon. And today, it's gonna be 1802, and we are going to become emperor. We don't quite become emperor quite yet, because we have to go through the year setup phase, move to 1802, and we get our income of all this stuff, and I'm gonna want to go through it fairly carefully and see what's up, and then we become emperor. 3 admin from First Consul for life, 2 for Berthier, so for a total of 5. 1 diplomatic from Talleyrand, 2 political from Josephine and France Reorganized, 2 up to 13. Well, I got a lot of political points. I usually don't have that many. And finally, unfortunately, Nelson, -2 glory. 2. Okay. That is the year setup phase. Now we move into the card deck phase, and this is where stuff comes in and stuff comes out. Here is the current deck. I have to add all this in there, and that's going to take a minute, so I'm just going to do it by the magic of editing. I'm still in process here, but one you want to note is that the EMD deck is coming into play. That means this is going out. We no longer have a treaty with Prussia, so they can go hostile now. All right, we're going to put some face-down cards here in Spain. We'll reveal them later. No spoilers. We also have a bunch to put in this box called the Polish question. We'll get to those if they win and if they come up. But now, oh boy. Our family has shown up. And so, Joseph Bonaparte. He can be made a king of another country, but while he's over here with me, he's -2 G per year. And Louis, here he is. And he is, -1. And Indigo, might as well just give us markers now. Drain on my glory. Oh, minus. You're minus. What? That's 0G. Where's 0-2G? There we go. Oh, 0-2G and -1G. Okay, finally. We have Emperor Napoleon, but then we have to decide whether Napoleon crowns himself or the Pope crowns Napoleon. We will decide that when we get to the actual card draw phase. Regardless of what happens, that will be 4 admin per year as opposed to 3 now. All right, there we go. That was a beast to shuffle. I can't imagine anyone wanting to sleeve this. That's just so many cards. Just have this big stack like that. Okay. And we are ready for the card action phase, as far as I can tell. Now, the fact makes this clear because it's not clear on the card, but we have to play one of these cards, and it has to be our first actual. It's part of the card play. So our first card in the card draw track is going to be one of these cards. Napoleon can crown himself for 10 glory. Or I can have the Pope crown me. There's not much glory in it. There's political and diplomatic. Is there any other instead? I can play it. You have to play it if you have this card in treaties, and the fact makes it appear they misspelled this. It's concordat, not concordant. The N shouldn't be in there. Just for fun, it looks like you automatically go for the glory here, it seems like, but we're going to go ahead and try, since we can, we'll play that instead. And remove that, and so we get +1P, and we get +2 diplomatic, and then remove this card, both of these cards from play. Whichever one you pick, the other one goes away. Now we are officially Emperor Napoleon. Our second card draw, and we do need to bear in mind that we will be having a campaign against Austria. Second card draw, is Messina. Good, another commander. We can use it. Let's take a look at him. Placing commanders, minus glory to use, +2 DRM in any one combat round, 1796 to 1708. Nice. All right. Card draw number 3 will be avoiding Napoleon. No! Oh, I don't want this. Got a half a mind to cancel it. First time victory is a result achieved in this campaign. Treat as a stalemate instead. Ignore bloody and discard this card. That's gonna be weird with this, the way that the campaign is set up, but we'll see how that goes. I'm not gonna use Napoleon's luck to cancel that. I'm gonna need it for the campaign, I think. I wanna save it. Card draw number 4. Marie Louise's campaign modifier must place in campaign modifier and remove forced march from play. What? A -1P to gain +1 DRM in any one combat round. Well, that's kind of cool. Now I gotta go hunt for forced march out of the deck, don't I? The card we're pulling out here is Forced March, which turns defeats into stalemates. So would have been nice to have. And I think the thing that Marie Louise's card, according to the context in the book, playbook, is that with conscription, the army had to recruit younger and younger. This is so historically, this is coming very early in my Napoleon's emperorship. So that shows you how we can kind of, the story of them. I don't know how you explain that narratively in the context of this game, but oh wow. Okay, so 5th card draw. We have but a short time for war. Another campaign modifier. Man, we're getting murdered here. Must place in campaign modifiers and remove Bonaparte's plans from play. Oh, wow. So this card that's been doing us very well is gone. Man. The hits just keep coming. -1 DRM in all combat rounds after the first. Well, I got so many campaign modifiers here, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Okay, so, all right. 3 campaign modifiers. Almost wondering if I should have done a Napoleon's luck on one of these, but nope. Okay, so it's time to see. We're going to continue with some more card play. Yes, we will. We'll have a 6th card draw. And we draw Russia-Swedish War. Must place in Russia. If Russia is allied, set it to neutral. It is. So, you go into neutral. Ongoing effect. +1 DRM on all Russian diplomacy rolls. Oh, okay. During a cleanup phase, starting the year after this card is placed, roll a die. Remove this card. How am I going to remember that? Oof. Anyway, it's up there in Russia. All right, do we have a 7th card draw? We do. And that 7th card draw is Winter Campaign. Oh my gosh. Must place in campaign modifiers. -1 DRM in all combat. Oh my gosh. This is shaping up terrible. Do we have an 8th card draw? 7, yes we do. I was loath to turn it over. Bayonne, okay. If Spain is allies, must either place in Spain and set Spain to neutral or -10 glory to discard with no effect. If placed in Spain, remove Spain allies with France and Treaty of Madrid from current treaties if they are in the Spain box. Ongoing effect, Joseph Bonaparte may now be made King of Spain using Making Kings. Okay. Well, I can eat 10 glory, which I don't really want to do, and discard and fob it off for another turn. All right, we're going to set Spain to neutral. And we have to remove our treaty with France. Our treaty with Spain. That is gone too. Now maybe I should have just took the 10 and just ate it, but all right, I'm having fun, and it's going to all depend on what happens on Austria here. This is really shaping up to be one heck of a campaign. Let us see if we have a 9th card draw. And the answer is we will. 9 card draw. Up we go. Opposed river crossing. Must place in camp find moderators -1. Oh, every campaign modifier is coming out of the woodwork. Okay, so are we going to have a 10th card draw? Yes, we will. Anyone want to place bets on whether it's a campaign modifier? No, it isn't. Oh, making kings. Must place in Napoleon. 1 may 1A to move any eligible card to a kingdom box. I think I'm going to put it here. Obviously, I have to. It's over there, and I can subtract 1 admin to make anyone a king eligible, like Joseph for Spain. Spain's eligible now for the other guy. Who's it? Joseph? Yeah, Joseph. But right now, I am saving every admin point for this ridiculous campaign that I've got coming up. Okay, so we'll deal with that maybe next turn if we're lucky. In the meantime, we're going to see if we have an 11th card draw. And that is a 7, so yes, we will. And the 7th card draw is Bennington. Must place in Russia. If Tsar Alexandra is in play, 1 million DRM in a combat round in any campaign involving Russia. Well, we can put it in there, but it's Tsar Paul. We haven't gotten rid of, we haven't seen Alexandra yet. All right. Do we have a 12th and final card play? No, we do not. And so ends the card action phase. We're moving to this campaign resolution phase. Ouch. Well, here we are at a very tough battle. Austria declares war. Campaign. Russia and Prussia are not allied, so we're not going to get the benefit of a stalemate turning into a victory. And we don't like that. Now, here's the killer. There's going to be a second round no matter what, maybe even more. I got to win the first one, of course. The first time a victory result is achieved in this campaign, treat as a stalemate. Then discard. Okay, so that's going to make trouble for us. There's going to be 2 rounds. What are they going to be like? Okay, well, apparently we're going to have trouble crossing the river. So in the first combat round, there's going to be a -1 DM. All right. Winter, we're in the winter, crossing the river. Why isn't it frozen? I can just go up. Okay, never mind. Minus DRM in all combat rounds. I'm going to go ahead, since I already marked the DRM, I'm going to go ahead and discard that out so that we don't accidentally put it back in. Minus DRM in all combat rounds after the first, so this will not apply just yet. Let's see, how do I... Maybe I'll cant it upside down to show it's not in play. Maybe -1P to gain +1 DRM in any one combat round. All right. I may do this. I haven't decided just yet. We almost, well, since this is a tough battle, it's going to be all hands on deck. I'm just going to pay to get every guy I can get on here into the battle. These are my +1 guys right here. These add up to +2. These are guys that only apply a modifier in rounds after the first, so I'll still bring them in, but I'm not going to use them on the first round. You need to keep that in mind. Okay, what's the total cost of putting all these generals in here? Juno will cost 1 admin. Ajero will cost 1P, so we're down to 13 from 14. -1 admin, and then he has to, nope, it's just -1 add for +1. Momo, also an admin, So we're down to 2 admin left. 2 glory. So we're going from 36 to 34. And then 3 glory for this guy. We definitely want him. He's got a +2. 1, 2, 3. We're down to 31 glory. And finally, 1 admin and 2 glory. 29 glory. And we have 1 admin point left. But, all right, we've got our commanders. All right, we're ready for battle. We're already starting at a -2. We will definitely use this because it can only be used in the first combat round. And if there's no caveats here, you gotta watch everything. So that's a +1, so we're at -1 for this campaign. Yeah, remember I still have that. I don't know if I'm gonna use it. Let's see how far we can get. I need 5 to get to +4. Alright, we're gonna use these 3 right here. +2. +2. +1. More won't. Okay, use these 3 and we will be up at a +4. Hoping to win this battle here. And Austria, go down. 7, yes. Easy victory right there, but that's only the first one. We got a victory. We got to win another one. Where are we at? All right, yeah, my camera bugged out there for a second. Let's see here. Okay, so -1 after the first, so we're going to get a -1 DRM, and this is a little interesting text on it. Looks like this thing sticks around after this campaign, doesn't get cleaned up until next year. So this hangs around for another turn, I believe, or another year. All right, so -1 DRM in all combat rounds. And here's an important thing: that last victory was actually counted as a stalemate, so we get -1 for it being a stalemate. So we're at -3. That's getting brutal. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pay the political point and get +1 because of this. Now we're back up to -2. I can't play this anymore. That was the first combat round dealy. And so now I have to dip into my reserve commanders here and come up with 6 +6 here. Okay, what do I got in this hand? I'm gonna end up being with less than a +4. I need to keep something in reserve in case this does not go. It's the gamble. This is one of those big decision trees here. So +2, 3, 4. Well, 5. Okay. Yeah, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only a +3, which worries me a little bit. But I gotta keep something just in case we don't have anything for the next round. All right, so here we go. Big one coming up, +3 only. And I don't feel like removing him to play. Someone tell me if I'm reading this right. It's only if I apply his DRM that I remove the card. Otherwise, he's good. I think. Okay. So, +3 to a very important roll here. 5, 8. It's a bloody victory. I might have to just take that. And I think I will. Okay, bloody victory. Good enough for me. Going by sequence of play strictly. We're going to look at campaign effects. Victory, play Treaty of Schönbrunn. That is this here. Must be used to current treaties after victory in Austria declares war. +1 diplomatic up to 4. +15 glory. Nice. So, let's see, 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're up to 44 glory and 1 political point. Up to 13. And set Austria to Allied. Okay, Austria shall be allied. Treaty goes in here. And finally, the Austria card goes back because these can keep coming back. And we can keep fighting this over and over again all through the game. So now we have to check our commanders. We'll check McDonald here first. Nope, he can go back. Guy in the top here. Good. That was Murat. Next guy. Oh, he's wounded. That was Juno. Next, Ajero. And Ney. Davout. Messina. And Marmol. And so we kept most of our generals. That's all. Actually, we really only lost one. That's nice. Okay, all these can now be discarded. This flips back over. This has to stay. As far as I can tell, this is, hangs around. And these cards, I noticed there's a remove card after this one, so this looks like the only time we'll ever be hit with a winter campaign. We are at the diplomacy phase. Britain, of course, is always hostile. Spain, we no longer have a treaty with, so we will have to roll on them. I do not want them to be hostile, and you'll see why if they do go hostile. I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 diplomatic points and make this a +2 to this die roll. I need a 6 or better. 4, 5, 6. I did it. Spain will remain neutral. You like that? Austria is the one we do not have to roll because we just defeated them, so they are allied for us for at least this round, and we don't roll against that. Prussia, we do have to roll, and I'll go ahead and spend 1 more diplomatic point. See if we can't keep them neutral. 4, 5, they will not. They will go hostile. And that leaves little Russia here. And I'll go ahead and spend my last diplomatic point. Lose them, diplomatic points are use them or lose them because they'll go away at the end of the turn. So we'll just go ahead and press +1 to this die roll. And the answer is nope. They're going to be hostile as well. Okay. Well, I seem to be in the one scenario where only Prussia and Russia are hostile to me. Prussia and Russia declare war. Must be chosen as the active campaign if Prussia and Russia are hostile, doesn't say conquered, and Austria is not hostile, and that's the case. I think the card is correct, and the rule book is wrong. For now, until I can do a little more research, I'm going to go with the idea that Prussia and Russia have to declare war, and that's going to be the campaign we use. But let's go on to the domestic phase. It's not going to bother us until next turn anyway. All right, this is might get a little ugly here. We have 3 nations that are hostile, so we're at a -3. Oh, we had a bloody result from that. We had one of those, so that's -4. Ouch. The continental system is not in play. +1 for each allied nation, so that's a -3. We're rolling on a -3 here. That is ugly, ugly stuff. I still have Napoleon's luck. And do I want to spend some political to kind of jack that up? I'm going to go ahead and well, I don't want to blow through a whole lot of political points, but I'm going to go ahead and spend 2. And we'll spend 4 and get a +2. I'm still at a -1, which is not particularly nice. But we're going to roll it anyway. We roll a 4, which is going to be a 3. Dare I? It's 5 glory. That's a lot. I'm going to eat it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not tempt fate. Okay. And that's going to be it for this 1802. Tough battle there at the end. Next year, I think we're going to be fighting Prussia and Russia. I'm going to have to check on these rules. I'm going to start having a big drain from my family and Nelson on my glory. And this isn't helping me much either. I can't keep rolling on this. So join us next time for 1803. And until then, thanks for watching.